The BBC called Lisa Menna the most influential female magician of the 20th century. And I completely agree with that statement. Lisa is a highly skilled and respected magician with a fine wit and excellent comedic timing. She has proven time and time again that her talent, abilities, intelligence, and humor can convert the toughest of audiences or peers to discover curiosity and wonder. By age 11, she was a pro as Lisa Lollipop the Clown, presenting birthday party magic shows that were the go-to for local family entertainment. By age 18, she had performed over 2,000 shows and was a seasoned performer. Lisa was the first woman ever to perform in each of the Magic Castle's different rooms, and that means different styles of magic. She's admired as a pioneer in a male-dominated profession. She's opened doors for women in magic and has set a very high standard. And she holds the honor of being the only woman to lecture twice at FISM. Lisa was ranked the #1 corporate magician in the world, and her clients include Fortune 500 corporations such as Apple, American Express, and Intel. Lisa's trade show magic has been credited in the Wall Street Journal as stopping traffic and bringing 10 times as many sales leads as conventional booth displays. Now, most entertainers would be so satisfied with those remarkable successes, but Lisa, being Lisa, has taken it a leap further. In 2011, she created Cause to Wonder. Cause to Wonder is a non-profit charity who travels to places like Ethiopia, India, and New Guinea to use magic and music to inspire change with mantras like helping women brings good luck and the importance of fresh, clean water. Her magic and musical jingles plant new thoughts for the future, and it's working. Her philanthropist work triggered an invitation to the United Nations Commission of Human Rights, where Lisa provided a briefing on Cause to Wonder. It is an honor and a pleasure to have Lisa here today, sharing her intellectual property of life stories and experiences with us. Welcome a truly magical woman, Lisa Menna.
There you are. Oh, I wonder if I'm alive when you come to watch this. And I hope I say something that makes a difference in your life. We are so lucky to have found magic. What a gift to be able to wield wonder. Here's what I know. The United Nations had an International Women's Day, and it was put on by the ILO, which was turning 100, the labor organization. So they invited me to come speak. And that happened as a result of the United Nations High Commission of Human Rights asking me to do a briefing.
But the briefing on Cause to Wonder, right?
Yeah, on Cause to Wonder, because they need to spread grassroots ideas. They need to tell people that it's not okay to take an albino's skin, or there are men in Africa that believe if they have sex with an infant, they'll get rid of HIV. The craziness. So they want to figure out how to touch those people. And if you bring in a magician with luck, the ball disappears and the magician says, if you don't do this, you'll be lucky. Yeah. And it just keeps them from, you can't explain germ theory to them. The idea that when people are in open-minded curiosity, therefore cognitive dissonance, they pay attention and they're evoked to discover, which is play. And then if they discover, they evolve. And so that's the basis of using, even though the people who experience it just had a fun time. When I get a visa, I market it as a clown and a storyteller with magic tricks. I never market it as a magician because it's too strong in the culture. I do theater for social change, which basically looks like I put on events or I star in events. And that could mean me sitting in a bus station when I say star. That evoke curiosity to get people think. So basically I replace abracadabra with, if you want to have good luck, don't hurt women in a fierce tribal culture. In the Caribbean culture, I say, helping women brings good things, because you don't want to use the word luck because it's offensive. But the concept is to start the home expression or the saying or the superstition, helping women brings good things, or it's bad luck to hit women. However deep that needs to be for a young boy to experiment with it, and sometimes my promotion is not women's rights. Sometimes I'm promoting clean water.
Yes.
Or various different events.
That was fascinating. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about your poop story and what you came up with and how you get
I
through?
was asked by the Manda Wilderness Trust in Mozambique to spread the word that they shouldn't use their lake as a disposal. And it's impossible to imagine. There's like 10 little tribes in this valley and a couple thousand people and no one for a long time in their own language. And their lake is huge. It's so big, it's an ocean. It's like a Great Lake. It's actually the largest freshwater lake, I think, in Africa. It has the most biodiverse animals too. It's got more fishes of any kind than anywhere in the world. And one side is Malawi and it's filthy and it's oily and it's horrible. The other side is this area in Mozambique, Lake Nyanja. And they call same lake, different name. And the people use it, they dump things into it, they bathe in it, they poop in it. They don't understand because the lake just takes it away, right? And their fear of the lake is the crocodile that they know exists. Yeah. And on a great day, there'll be a hatch and you'll see a swarm of flies hatching and the boats will go over and they'll take sheets and grab all the flies and pound them together and add tomato and it's the biggest feast. Anyway, that's Lake Malawi. So my magic show was to go to the villages and introduce the phrase, a clean lake is a happy life, which is, which is a call and return. And so I did a magic show and I brought every visual trick I could think of from the coloring book all the way up because there was going to be no language. And I hadn't actually got an interpreter and I was there. But I did a show which we all had fun. But I had a loader bowl and it kept emptying water and I kept saying, wow, endless clean water. That's interesting. And then finally I said, in my village, we did the laundry at the lake and so did my mother and so did her mother. And I take the water from the loader bowl and I dump it into another glass that is full of slush powder. And I say, and then one day, I say, I hope this doesn't happen to your water. And I turn it over and this cone of slush powder is just there. I say, it's terrible. So I go get the loader bowl and I start doing it into another glass. So I try to talk them out of obviously putting chemicals in the lake. Right. And then I say, and I go over and I give it to a woman who has a baby and she holds it for a minute. And when she gives it back to me, there's a big poop. Oh, the baby pooped in the water. And it's plastic. And these people don't have any plastic in their life or the most limited amount. So the idea that plastic would be used to make a novelty poop, not even on their radar. Mm-hmm. So they see the poop and I pour it out and there it's sitting there. And then I go around the room and I start pooping, taking a little piece of poop, like I have a thimble poop, right? And I start taking a little piece of poop out behind people's body parts. And I say, well, if one person poops in the water, everybody gets pooped on. So, right? And I say, so you shouldn't poop in the water. And then I drink the glass with the plastic poop in it accidentally. And then I do balls from mouth with poop and it's horrifying, right? So the audience is like, wah! But it all along, they've been singing to make the magic trick happen. If you want to have a happy life, and they sing back, have a clean lake. And like go like this. Like this, and they sing. So they've sung it maybe 30 times by the end of the show. And now I have all this pile of poop that has come out of me and off the people. And I put it in dirt and I bury it to teach them about digging a hole. And spring flowers start to come out.
It's beyond innovative. Well,
I mean,
it's remarkable.
Right? It educates them. They talk about it because there's not a lot going on in their lives. Just that a person of a different culture entered. Like in my recent work in Punjab, India, I stayed with 5 families, and no one I met in the entire journey had ever seen a foreigner. Only other Indian Punjab people or Indian people. Wow. So it's all an impact. Anyway, shall we talk about magic?
Yeah, no, but do you not find that just so humbling? Travel is an education in itself, and being aware of other cultures, and you can't diminish the fact that there is such a great void between the haves and have-nots. 53%
of the women in the world do not choose who they marry right now. And at that thing I did for the United Nations, because it was Women's Week, they gave this report about the progress of equality of women in the workforce. And women are often assigned the drudgery work. Wife contains drudgery work. And in our culture, not so much drudgery. In many cultures, it includes gathering firewood and fetching water, right? Which are the biggest part of the drudgery. And at the current rate of equality, we will reach equality with men in 2,330.
Oh dear.
I know. So, and it's an interesting thing because here I am, like I went to this village in Punjab, and it was so far away. And in India, women don't leave their houses except if they're with a man. They get to meet their partners now in modern time, but the male chooses their life. And they don't feel repressed. They're as proud to be good wives as I was proud to be a good child in my parents' home and do as my parents had the hierarchy. I did as they were told. And if I didn't, there was consequence, right? And the women feel the same way. They're proud to be good wives. They can't even imagine outside of it. Like I said to my translator, he said, why are we spreading these words if you want good luck? God loves those who help women. I said, well, because we want men to stop hitting their wives. And he said, but you don't understand. It's normal here. Anyway, so I'm in this village and I've done all the schools. So all the kids are saying, Changi kismati chandeo, ortanu, nakuto, namaro, right? And they're saying it every time I do a magic word, and they've shouted it many times. And at the end of the week, I do a village gathering and there's 1,500 people. All the children in the front, all the wives and women around them, and then the men in the back. And as soon as I go like this with my hand over this stick, all the children shout, me saying nothing yet. Changi kismati chandeo. And as they say this expression of, if you want to have good luck, don't beat women, the women smile these glorious smiles. And in India, you don't smile with your teeth, right? Unless you can't help yourself. And half of the men light up, and the other half of the men turn cold with fear. Yeah. Because the children, it's with the children already. And you know when you experience a mob of children and you're like, I'm not touching that. Yeah, so that's my story. So it's humbling beyond belief.
Now, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Come on, you can do it. We need subscribers to obtain more privileges with YouTube. So please, please hit that notifications bell. Spread the word and comment. We love to hear from you.